You've been using CapCut wrong. Most people only scratch the surface, stringing clips together and calling it editing. But CapCut is hiding 10 powerful tricks that can make your videos look like a pro, cut them inside a studio, and the best part is they're completely free. Here they are. Tip 1. Instead of typing out numbers one by one in a boring, static way, you can make them climb in real time to create a number counter effect. First, create a text layer and delete the default words. Type the starting number, let's say 137,572. Choose any font you like, preferably one that's bold enough to read clearly. Now, move forward about 5 frames on the timeline, cut, duplicate, and paste the text layer. Keep doing this until you've got a string of segments. Here's where the trick happens. On each new segment, change the number slightly upward. The smaller the jumps, the more realistic the count looks. If you want to go from 137,572 to 1 million, don't jump in the tens of thousands. Keep it gradual, almost like a live tally. End with your target number, and once the sequence plays back, it feels like a natural counting motion. Add a short ticking sound or a click effect, and suddenly you've got an animation that looks custom-made. This is perfect for social proof style videos, showing subscribers growing, donations rising, or even game scores. Tip 2. Here's how to create a progression or loading bar. Start with a text layer, delete the words, and press the spacebar to make a blank area. Change the background color of this layer to white. Then duplicate it and change the duplicate's background to your progress color, maybe green or blue. Group both layers into a compound clip so they move as one. Place this bar on a second track above your footage. Now, add a mask in split mode and set a keyframe at the start where the bar is at 0%. Move ahead in the timeline and drag the mask so it fills to 100%. This creates the filling motion. Adjust feathering on the mask for smoothness, then wrap both layers into another compound and mask them into the shape you want, either a clean rectangle or rounded edges. Once you're done, you've got a crisp progress bar that looks like it came from After Effects. It works for tutorials, loading screens, countdowns, or anything where you want to show visual progress. Tip 3. To create a 3D flip effect, drop your logo or an image onto the timeline and open the Animations tab. Inside the Flip series, you'll see several options, but Flip 4 has a nice balance of speed and dimension. Apply it and scale your logo up so it pops. Suddenly, your static logo now rotates in 3D space. If you want it to freeze mid-flip, just make the clip a compound and use the freeze frame option at the exact angle you like. This gives you control over how the motion lands, whether you want a dramatic pause or a quick reveal. A small trick like this makes logos, intros, or transitions look more advanced without touching complicated 3D software. Tip 4. Now let's talk about text design, because basic titles get boring fast. CapCut actually lets you create gradient text if you know how to layer it. Type your title and set the font you want. Duplicate the text layer. On the top layer, pick one color. On the bottom layer, pick another. Turn each into a compound clip. Then apply a split mask and adjust feathering to blend the two colors. You now have a smooth gradient text effect. If you want to push it further, combine both layers again and add a subtle glow. This trick is amazing for music videos, intros, or anywhere you want typography to shine. Tip 5. To create a shine effect, start by duplicating your object or text. On the duplicate, open Adjustment Settings, head to Curves, and push the brightness up so it looks like a glowing version. Add a mask in film strip style, rotate it to the angle you like, and feather it for smooth edges. Now, keyframe this mask so it slides across the object. Use variable speed animation to make the motion glide in and out instead of staying stiff. The result is a shimmering light streak across your text or logo. Tip 6. CapCut has a built-in preset under Effects called Cinematic. Drag it onto your footage and you'll see your clip instantly shift to a film tone, usually with letterbox bars and richer contrast. The effect is fully adjustable, so you can tune it to fit the mood, whether you want dark and moody or bright and epic. This is perfect for travel vlogs, short films, or any video where you want the viewer to feel they're watching a movie rather than a casual clip. Tip 7. CapCut also lets you attach text to a moving subject using motion tracking. Drop your text on the video, then open the motion tracking panel. Draw a box around the object you want to track, maybe a car, a person, or even a ball. Start tracking, and CapCut will follow that movement frame by frame. Disable scale and distance for smoother results, otherwise the text might jitter or grow unnaturally. Once tracking is complete, your text sticks to the moving subject as if it's glued there. This is a great way to label objects, add names to characters, or highlight products in a scene. Tip 8. To create a floating animation effect, drop your object or text into the timeline, then head to Effects and choose Play Pendulum. This gives a gentle swing, making it look like the text is hanging and moving with gravity. The default settings can twist too much, so reduce the sharpness and twist to keep it smooth. If edges glitch, compound the clip first, then reapply the effect. What you end up with is text or icons that feel alive rather than static. It works well for playful edits, intros, or any video where you want movement without it being overwhelming. Tip 9. One of the most eye-catching tricks is placing text behind a subject. First, type your text and place it where you want on the screen. Then duplicate the main video layer and place that duplicate above the text layer. Remove the background from the duplicate clip using the background remover. Now, compound the text layer and drag it below the subject layer. The result is that your subject appears in front of the text, creating depth. This is great for bold titles in vlogs or highlight reels where you want the subject to stand out. Tip 9. To create a smooth zoom-in effect, place a keyframe at the start of the clip, then another where you want the zoom to end. Increase the scale on the second keyframe, for example, from 100% to 145%. Now, open variable speed animation and apply auto curve to both keyframes. Drag the curve handles so the zoom starts quickly and slows near the end. This creates a natural cinematic zoom instead of a robotic one. You can use it for emphasis, transitions, or even to mimic camera movement when all you had was a static shot. Small touches like this give your edit flow and rhythm. Which of these tips will you try next time you edit a video? Let me know below, and don't forget to like and comment for future videos.